This little girl purposely shows up late every day, just so her preschool teacher will visit her home. When the teacher finds out she lives in a prison, she's completely stunned, but meeting the girl's father breaks her even more. Watching how the two interact, the teacher realizes the father has a lower IQ than his daughter, and he's the one locked up in jail. His name is Mark. He has the mind of a 6-year-old. One day, a girl with a Sailor Moon backpack walks past him. Mark tries to follow and touch it, because it's the backpack his daughter always dreamed of, but the girl walks too fast. By the time Mark catches up, she's already collapsed on the ground, covered in blood. In his simple mind, Mark just wants to save her, so he tries the first aid he once learned, loosens her belt to improve circulation, and gives her mouth-to-mouth. Right then, a woman happens to walk by. She's horrified and calls the cops. Mark gets taken straight to the police station. The heartbreaking part, the girl doesn't survive her injuries, and her father is the police chief. Wanting to close the case quickly, the officers pressure Mark using his daughter Ellie as leverage. They trick him into confessing, and under their manipulation, he signs a confession. The court sentences Mark to death. When he arrives at the prison, the warden reads his file and immediately beats him up. Mark is terrified. He doesn't understand what he did wrong. He just wants to go home to see his daughter. He's placed in cell block 7. The other inmates grab his file out of curiosity, but when they see his charges, they're furious. They throw a sheet over him and beat him up. From then on, Mark lives in total isolation. Every time they go outside, he just sits in the corner, writing his daughter's name over and over again. While writing, he sees an inmate handing a sharpened toothbrush to another guy. Then he sprints straight at the boss of cell 7. Mark dives in and pushes the boss out of the way. The blade slashes across Mark's back. He collapses in pain, but the boss is a man of honor, grateful for Mark saving his life. He promises to grant Mark one wish, and all Mark wants is to see his daughter. Not long after, the boss pulls some strings to set up a gospel event. Ellie is secretly brought in as part of the choir. While the guards are distracted, they smuggle Ellie into cell 7 inside a box. Mark finally sees his little girl. He crawls over, sobbing, and wraps her in his arms. He doesn't know how to explain anything, so he just keeps hugging her, whispering, "I'm sorry," over and over again. As the two cry harder and harder, one inmate starts panicking. He stands up and threatens to snitch. Everyone rushes to stop him, but the noise catches the guard's attention. Ellie hides by the door, terrified. Just as John is about to tell everything, Ellie grabs his hand and begs him not to say a word. Freedom is within his reach, but so is this child's desperate plea. What will he choose?